Hey guys, welcome to Monday. So we're going to start our warm-up with an interval where you're going to do 30 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. 30 seconds of air squats, 10 seconds of rest, 30 seconds of plank shoulder taps, 10 seconds of rest, and then 30 seconds of waiter walks or waiter holds. So the waiter walk is when we have a weight in each arm up overhead. Okay, and we're going to squeeze the bum, tuck down the tummy, and you're going to walk, keep everything super tight. So if you don't have space to walk, you can just in that position and then hold. But I really want you to focus on squeezing the bum and tucking down those ribs, and then also having those arms up overhead. Okay, so it's really switching on our core and our back and our middle and our shoulders. You're going to repeat that twice, and then we're going to warm up and prepare for some back squats. So if you have a barbell, then it's going to be 6 sets of 6 at an RPE of 7.5. That might be somewhere between 65 and 70% of a 1 rep max if you have one, but also don't worry about that so much because depending on how much you've been squatting with a barbell, you might not be near that. That's okay. An RPE of 7.5 means that you do your rep scheme and you're like, yeah, I could definitely do 2 more reps without any trouble. Now, if you don't have a barbell, what I would really like you to get prepared is some sort of heavy rucksack. Okay, something that you can put on your back that you can load and increase the load. And you can fill a rucksack with all sorts of things, kettlebells, dumbbells, tins, literally anything heavy and to increase that weight. If you don't have a rucksack that's sturdy or stable enough, then we can just hold a weight or a couple of weights somewhere around the front or the shoulders. But in an ideal world, I'd really like you guys to make an effort to try to increase the load a little bit more than we've been able to so far. So a rucksack's a really good way to do that. With a rucksack, we're going to look at 6 sets of 12, and by the time you get to that 12th rep, I want that to feel like an RPE of 7.5, so it means you've done your 12, and in your head you're like, yeah, I could do 2 more. It won't feel that easy by the 6th set, by the last set, but that's how you're going to start. If you're going to have any trouble with the rucksack thing, just drop us a message or be prepared with that question right at the very beginning of the class, and we'll have some suggestions for you. You're going to rest 1 to 2 minutes between sets. As you get towards that last set, so between sets 4, 5, and 6, you might need to rest a little bit more in order to successfully do those reps. That RPE is literally where you're going to start, and it might feel heavier than that by the time you get towards the end. Very normal. Okay, once we've done those heavy-ish back squats, at least relative to what we've been able to do so far, then we're going to do an 18-minute AMRAP. Okay, so you've got 18 minutes to go through this series of work as many times as you can. You're going to do 10 clean and press, okay, or shoulder to overhead. You can use anything you want, a barbell. You could use double weights, which I would prefer if you have the option, so that we're going from the floor to the shoulders and the shoulders up to overhead, but with both arms at the same time. If you don't have the option for double object, then we're going to go for the heaviest single object you can. So it's 10 clean and press, and then 10 hop over objects. Then you're going to do a 100-meter run or about 1 minute of cardio. You can mix and match your cardio, totally up to you. And then you're going to do 8 snatch. Okay, so with a barbell, I want you to be doing as close to the weight or the same weight as the clean and press. We're reducing the reps a little bit. And then, if you're doing a double object, you probably want to switch and just do single object, but go as heavy as you can on that. And then you're going to do 8 burpee jump over objects. And then you're going to do another 100-meter run or 1 minute of cardio. So we're going to cycle through that as many times as you can. So we're increasing the complexity of the movements, but decreasing the reps a little bit. So 10 clean and press, barbell or double weight if possible, 10 jump over objects, your 100-meter run or 1 minute of running or cardio or skipping or whatever. 8 snatch, preferably the same weight you did your clean and presses at. And then 8 burpee hop over objects, and then 1 more run or 1 more minute of cardio. And then that is your job done for Monday. If you have any questions, let us know before the class, if possible, especially if you have a question about setting up for the back squats. Otherwise, see you in class.